Peace and blessings, love and light. Ramadan Mubarak, everyone. I pray that you are well and blessed. I am Ambitious Queen. To know me is to love me, and to love me, you must know you. And to know you, you must love you. Welcome back to Homemade Vibes Create. A little technical difficulties this morning. I do have like a little blooper. I was going to delete it, but I was like, I'm not going to delete it, whatever. So at the time when I wanted to start recording, right, the cords wasn't working right. I guess it was a little entangled. So I had to untangle it. I had to be calm. I had to be patient, okay? Then my mom was getting ready to leave for the day. So then when I got ready to get started, I had to take everything off and go out, do greetings, prayer, like, you know, all the shebangs, right? So then I get back on, get in my car, and get ready to, you know, my car. This is my car right here, right? So stick with me. And I'm getting ready to go back into Poetic Ambitions and just be focused. My baby comes in here. I'm like, ooh, Allah. Ooh, this is funny. So then she goes out. I had a little time to like do like voice check, sound check, you know, stuff like that. And then I'm getting ready to, so I was picking out from my pile. Remember I told y'all I have so much poems that need to be typed up. I have stuff that is typed up. I have notebooks. I have so much I want to share with you all that has been held private that I am now releasing slowly, publicly to you all. So I went to go pick out, you know, what I want to talk about. And I pulled up, and I pulled up one of my poems online as well. So we're gonna get ready to get into it and all that good stuff. And then I go to turn on my sound card, like I did before, the 2 times I was interrupted, and now it's dead. So now I gotta charge it. So I was like feeling really, really tired just now. I was like, really, bro, like I have so much intention to do this. I have so much energy to want to do this right now. I have the motivation. I have the will and the drive to do this, right? But technology is not working with me. And it's just, this is so funny to me because I wasn't even going to record this. I wasn't even going to talk about this. I was just going to stick to my thing and just do it. But I just see the way Allah is working through me. Like, he's just like, motivation moment. Here you go, Justine. Shine your light. And I'm like, oh, my God. And it's so funny because it's embarrassing to me a lot of times. And it could be great benefit to you. So I'm just learning to live my life in great humility. I'm thankful for this Ramadan because it's really, really testing me. It's really, really trying me and strengthening me to like be the best version of myself. Okay. So I just say all that to say that when you think about motivation ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, motivation, let me get on my job. Like, you gonna have to fight your way to get to where you want to be at, you know. Here we go. Hi. There you go. Can you please go back in your room, please? Did you just tell Yaya you was gonna listen? I'm doing something with my recording right now, okay? So I'm gonna get with you in a second. I need you to go out the room and shut my door like I already instructed you to do so. Okay? Love you. Thank you. So, motivation. Motivation is saying you gonna do what you said you was gonna do regardless of what comes to try your mind, body, and soul. So for today's Poetic Ambition, we just gonna get into it, all right? We ain't gonna be on the mic right now because I'm not gonna let nothing stop me. I gotta keep going. And these are the things that literally will stop somebody. They be like, oh, this ain't go right. I can't do it. It didn't look like I did yesterday. It's like it looked different. So this is where you have to have your absolute most faith and trust into Allah and do what he asks you to do, because he asked this of me. He asked me to come and speak to you all a poem a day. He said, start with a poem a day, Justine. I was like, all right, Allah, I'll do it. All right, so no excuses is the point. So I'm going to start with reading what I have already on the computer typed up, because our goal is to get all the paper poems typed up to the computer, and then we get a format and how we want things flowing according to our plan, and then we'll get our book number 2 getting ready to come out. I really feel like when 2 come out, 3 gonna come out, but that's I ain't gonna shoot myself in the foot. I'm just gonna say, like, there's strategic thinking in this. Essentially, the goal is to get all my poetry into books for you all. And Merch Life, shout out to Merch Life. He has been a blessing amongst the blessing, in so many ways, and I thank him for doing the work and doing what he feels called to do, and what God allows him to do, because that process of, like, the book processing, the publishing, just even getting the things together and talking about it, having that conversation, was the hardest thing for me to do by myself. And so I had to realize that I needed help. I could not do this by myself. And I was asking people, I was like, hey, how did you get your poetry book out? Or, like, who did you go to? But you know how it is sometimes. People always think you're trying to steal their light, or people think negatively in senses of helping others. And so I like to take those things, those moments of adversity, and then turn it into an abundance of blessing for all of us. So whatever I was kind of, like, held back from or not given the tool to, if I found it, I'm going to share it with you. And so I find Allah has found that this process is going to help you all, because sometimes you can see something in one another and you be like, man, that looks so hard to do, or man, that looks so easy to do. But it's all about perspective. How did that person get to where they are, and how are they handling it, right? What are they doing behind closed doors and in public to maintain that aura, or that light, that gift, that glow, I shall say, that Allah allows you to have. And so what better way than to share with you this way? All right. So here we go. Shout out to the Merch Life Entertainment. So if y'all want to, I say entertainment, Merch Life Publishing. So if you want to get your book published, make sure you go to Merch Life Jay, and he will definitely assist you, take care of you. If you want to get your book edited, make sure you go to Sister Unica. I think it says Unica Daniels on my Instagram, but she is amazing. She is a beautiful, beautiful soul. No judgment at all. There's, like, how people laugh at something that you don't know? I didn't get any of that at all with any of them, so that's beautiful. Yeah, let's go. So, never really gave nor was given these moments where I can sit and think consciously with no filters. We in a pandemic full of likes of gloves and hugs of shame. Mask on, mask up. You barely wanted to strap up. Now your life is all messed up. Well beyond the measures that validate your existence. Speaking generally, never egotistically. They keep asking me to speak. Less talk, more action. My thoughts germinating, I'm nursing my forecast. Water in my body and feeding my mind. Application of God's Son is prescribed for my soul. The sun just came out. So when I finish typing this, I feel like I can recite this to you, like we did in the first video at the end. Inshallah, that sun stay right there. All right. So I have a lot of poetry pieces where, as I mentioned before, where I start writing, because you always want to have something to write. You never know when Allah is going to send you that download of so much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And also, you never know when He's going to connect you to a being, to a body, to a soul, to help put the pieces of the puzzle together for you, right? Because sometimes we get a little discouraged or distracted, right? And so you have to find ways to get back on that right path. And so I have little pieces and little clips that I'm going to read to you, and then we're going to think it through and see how that can fit into this. Because in this right here that I have typed up, I'm talking about masks, I'm talking about gloves, I'm talking about sanitary, I'm talking about safety, I'm talking about COVID, but I'm also talking about your body and your spirit. So like before there were masks on that we had to wear, people was already wearing masks. Like, Future, mask off, man, fuck it, mask off. Hey, so it's like my mama always told me that. My mama always told me, she's like, when you meet somebody, she's like, you got to wait until you see their mask come off. And it is when you can't do something for that person, or they can't do something for you, or a situation, like there'd be different things that will help you see through that person's mask. And so I thought that was very, very deep for me when I was writing this during COVID, because I was already feeling like that. You know, the wolf in sheep's clothing. Like you just don't know. You know, and so that's something that's bothering me. Honestly, right now in this world is like the people. Like you don't know. The people these days, they are literally walking as a sheep, like a sheep in wolf's clothing, but just like. I for me, my discernment, I seek for spirit. I go beyond the skin. As Miss Parker always say, get comfortable in your skin and get comfortable going past your skin. So when I first meet you, I'm not going to be like, yo, you are who you are because of the way you look on the outside. When I first meet you, I am analyzing your soul. I am strategically taking role to make sure that you have attended all that you need to attend to address me in whatever way that you want to, or whatever way that I position you to address me. Does that make sense? Because right there, y'all seen the tennis racket that goes back to know me is to love me. To love me, you must know yourself. Energy is that way. Energy doesn't never ever go away. It exchanges with one another, right? And so for me, it's very fruitful to meet a person in their being so I can examine and take inventory of their spirit and their soul to see if that really goes with my well-being, you know, because I want to be wholesome. You know, shout out to Brother Ken. I saw what you posted. It was so funny to me. And it was so funny to me that you posted that, because I have pictures like that too, but I'm like, I don't know if I can post that, because it really sucks you in, because that picture, your picture to the left, made me look like, damn, he was really in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know what it feels like to be in the world like that. But then your picture to the right, when you said wholesome, I was like, yes, all praise is due to Allah, because that is wholesome. You want to be so full and so whole that you know who you are and that nobody can take away your mind. So, you know, in our Trinidadian culture, you know, there's a saying where they be like, try to take away your mind. People try to take away what's in your mind, or try to get into your head and things of that nature. But I'm very strong. So I'm learning that you got to be the gatekeeper of your mind. You cannot let any outside forces come into your mind. And when you meet people, that's what they want to do. They're trying to mind fuck you, basically, right? And so you got to learn you got to learn the art. You got to learn the art of it. And it goes with the paint. Like, I'm so big into line symmetry, circles, shape, hello, like because it's so symbolic. Everything has a circle. The circle of light, everything comes back. There's perimeters, there's points, there's right angles for a reason, right? So I say all that to say, I ain't know I was gonna come on here preaching today. My God. All right. So this one, so we talked about that. So it's the incentive of insensitive feelings. Process thoughts. Can you please stop? Please shut my door. Please, can you shut my door? Thank you. Don't be afraid of discipline. Don't be afraid. All of this is to distract me, and I'm not playing with it. I ain't playing with it. All right. So it's the incentive of insensitive feelings, processed thoughts, locked hearts for sharing your views publicly with the world. Universal experiences, shared views, external struggles, creative hustles. Again, I wrote this when I was at work, probably 2 years ago. And it's so fitting right now during a pandemic. Some of the type that sounds like that needs to go as a second part. Like when we think about a sandwich, when we think about making an essay, a paragraph, you gotta have the toppings, your tomato, your lettuce, and all that stuff on there. So that's what we doing. We getting our little pieces to add to our meal. All right. A love so sweet, a rage so deep to fulfill your every need. A hate so wrong, a rage so strong. Oh, wait. Back up because I had to unfold. A love so sweet, a rage so deep to fulfill all your desires and your every need. That was important because I'm working on my desires and I'm working on my manifestation. And whatever you desire, you will acquire. Okay. So that's gonna be number 3. And then I got 2 more pieces, but it's a little, just from the piece I just picked up, I got to figure out where that's going to go. All right. Maybe it could be at the beginning. I don't know, but stick with me. Bear with me. This is poetry. All right. Addictive personality, consistent as fuck. Quick thinking, fast acting. You know I ain't never giving up. So where should that go? At the end or in the beginning? Like, it kind of like grabs your attention. I think that needs to go in the beginning. It kind of like says hello, and then it goes in. So I like that. But I also have this one says Erica Badu, what's your presentation? And this says I typed this in my computer. That's why I have a little thing where I sign. I'd be like copy 12. It says December 30th, 2019. So it's in the archives already typed up, but it doesn't mean that I've finished it. It means that it's just a little piece that I can add on if I wanted to this or continue on this. So we're going to read it and see if it goes with this and see if we need to add on to it. For right now, I'm feeling like the poem is a little full right now, but we're going to see. What's your presentation? These emotions that we all have tend to hide in pride of direct and indirect misrepresentation of your current situation. Now, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. No, hold up. Okay, because I said application of God's Son is prescribed for my soul. So I said it's the incentives of the incentive feelings, process, thoughts, lock hearts for sharing your views publicly with the world, universal experience, shared views, external struggles, creative hustles. A love so sweet, a rage so deep to fulfill all your desires and your every need. A hate so wrong and a rage so strong. Addicted personality, consistent as fuck. Quick thinking, fast acting, you know I ain't never giving up. Okay. Had to swallow my saliva. 1. All right. 2. Maybe this piece, addicted personality, consistent as fuck, don't need to go in there. So I'm gonna try one. I'm gonna try one way where I'm reading it from the way that I just said. So hold on, let me type this as I say, because it don't do me no good just to say it to you and I ain't doing what I said I was gonna do. So application of God's Son is prescribed for my soul, right? And then it's the incentive of insensitive. And you want to make sure you say it like that. It's the incentive of insensitive feelings, processed thoughts. So that way I don't have to put and processed thoughts. I just go to the next line and I'd be like, processed thoughts. So like you're exaggerating the word. Processed thoughts. All right. Processed thoughts, locked hearts. Processed thoughts, locked hearts for sharing. Processed thoughts, locked hearts for, I need to do for ... sharing, and then you like jump back in. Sharing your views publicly. Ooh, Allah, you is so, Allah is so merciful. He is so merciful. Let me tell y'all something. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Let me tell y'all something. didn't know when I was gonna do this yesterday that what Allah was doing was guiding me for tomorrow, right? And I have a presentation tomorrow. So we were invited by a sister by the name of Barbara from the connection of Sister Lavonda from Eatonville from the Black History event that I did my poetry at. So it's interesting to me because we're invited for tomorrow. They have an event. It's the 13th annual. Let me just read it to you. How about that? Like, let's not be ghetto, Justine. You're on a whole laptop bit. 13th annual. Create the School of Art. All right. News and events. Here we go. No. Jane Turner. Okay. All right, let's do this. It's like so much art stuff coming up. This was really interesting to me. All right, so what we're gonna do is cut that part out a bit, and then we can do that. All right, so I just checked the mic. Still charging. All right, but we don't want to stop. We want to get this out. I got to get it out. All right, so let me give y'all what I got right now. Your views publicly with the, that's what I'm gonna do. So hold on, we just gonna do this. Your views publicly with the world. Universal experiences. Shared views. External struggles. Creative lessons. Alright. So you know what we do when we done? It's an accomplishment. I'm just going to tell y'all that. Alright, when we done. And I don't do this to all. I do it to the ones where it's just like real little. Because I got my anxiety poem. The one that's actually published in a book. And, confirming the need for better me. It's out now. Go on Amazon. Go ahead and get it. You want Spanish version? Go ahead and get it. Any language you want to request, holla at your girl. Okay? But I crush it up because I want to declutter all of that's there. So I got it. So once Allah gave it to me, right? And he put it into my head, put it into my mind, let me formulate it, wrote it down on a piece of paper, brought it to life. Okay, law of attraction, manifestation, put it on paper, brought it to life, put it into my body, soul, my voice. And so now we're typing it, and then we're going to recite it, and it's going to be in our it's not going to be in our psyche. It's going to be in our subconscious mind. Now when you hear anybody say any of these words, you're going to be like, because we just planted seeds into your mind. All right. So what we do is we go ahead for the bucket over there. I wish I had 2 cameras going right now, but I'll be like, at night. I'll be like, yes, when I finish. It's really, really an accomplishment to do that, because I got so much to type up. Y'all have I have books on books on books, because your girl just be going like, if I don't speak, I'm writing. If I do not speak, I'm writing. I always got something to say. And I'm always learning. I'm always listening. So I know that with always having something to say, that you always have to be open to listening as well. So I don't want y'all to take what I said out of context, but y'all know already by now how to deal with me, okay? So, this is going to be the last part. I decided not to put the extra part. I'm consistent and fun. Like, I feel like, there needs to be, I feel like that's going to be a part 2. How about that? So, let's just do that. So, I love, Janaya! I love so sweet. It's time for iReady diagnostic test, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. I love so sweet. I love so sweet. A rage. So deep. You okay? What you doing?
I'm just listening to my stuff.
What she said?
She's playing on the next lesson.
The 2 stories? Because you're going to do diagnostic test?
Yeah.
Okay. Call me when you're ready, okay? Listen to the story very well, because I'm going to ask you the questions, okay? Because I can't answer it for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Love you. You eating bean pie?
Yeah.
Get away from me. Guys. And what?
And that microphone's not working. It won't let me turn it on.
Okay, bring your hand. Let me see.
Yeah.
And you every need. In your every need. I hate so wrong. I hate so wrong. A rage. So strong. I mean, I can't end it like that, so I'm going to have to put something there. Addictive. Okay. I love so sweet. No. I think it goes together because actually when you say I love so sweet, a rage so deep to feel all your desires and your every need, a hate so wrong, a rage so strong. Like you talking about a lot of you, but very fastly, but like with limited amount of words, so that way you can let the reader and let the listener be a thinker, right? And then addictive personality, consistent as fuck, quick thinking, fast acting. You know I ain't never giving up. Period. What, boo? Tell me.
I was riding a scooter, but it was dying, so I was running while she was on it. So my wig fell off.
What wig, Leah?
This wig.
Show the camera your wig, child.
Like afro.
They don't know you got a wig.
Like afro wig.
My baby wore a wig today for class. She got a whole head braided now, and she chose to put on a wig today. I love your hair, baby. It's very pretty. Addicted personality.
That's all I have, so I'm trying to find ways.
You know.
I said, listen to me, don't worry about it. I just shared with you about all this information. I'm sending this information to Google.
One moment.
I'm sending. Yes, you guys are in the class you do it with me, yes. Friends at home, for this assessment, usually we do it together, but this assessment is just going to be with your family this time. So don't worry.
So don't worry, Naya.
Don't worry about what?
She said, don't worry.
Going to check iReady. So each of you say you're done with iReady.
What do I do?
Let me check.
Doing it by yourself, she said.
Oh, I thought you meant. Sorry.
I'm going to check your iReady. You're done. Just a moment.
Maybe she has it locked. That's probably why.
I check here.
Here. See right there. All right. So
Janaya, you finished?
we did it.
Janaya G.
Well, she gotta unlock it, boo.
Some of your students are having some issues, right? You log in and log out over and over again. Let me go ahead and block all these friends that are here.
See, she got it locked. Okay.
Usually this doesn't happen.
Woo! All right, y'all.
Kicking you out.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Now we can recite it. Okay.
You guys are being kicked out over and over again.
All right, boo. Can you do me one favor and let me recite this poem really quick? Okay, thank you. She said, would you like me to turn it down? Yes, girl. All right, let's get it, okay? I am Ambitious Queen Justine. To know me is to love me, and to love me, you must know you, and to know you, you must love you. Never really gave, nor was given these moments. Baby, it ain't gonna work. You gotta take a step out mommy room for a second, please, and shut mommy door. No. I don't want to hear no noise. I want you to shut mommy door. Because right now I hear the TV. I hear this Torres. It's too much. Too much. I just want to hear God and his words and my voice transmit this message, please. And I love you very much. Shut the door. Ooh, what kind of morning are y'all getting? All right, here we go. No excuses. No excuses. You understand? No excuses. Never really gave, nor was given these moments where I can sit and think consciously with no filters. We in a pandemic, full of likes of gloves and hugs of shame, masked on, mask up, you barely wanted to strap up. Now your life is all messed up, well beyond the measures that validate your existence. Speaking generally, never egotistically, they keep asking me to speak. Let's talk more action. My thoughts germinating. I'm nursing my forecast, watering my body and feeding my mind. Application of God's Son is prescribed for my soul. It's the incentive of insensitive feelings, processed thoughts, locked hearts for sharing your views publicly with the world. Universal experiences, shared views, external struggles, creative hustles, a love so sweet, a rage so deep to fulfill all your desires and your every need. A hate so wrong, a rage so strong, addictive personality, consistent as fuck. Quick thinking, fast acting, you know we ain't never giving up. Period. So, that's what I have for you today, okay? At the top, I feel like, okay, we gonna try to fix it real quick. Because I do feel like we're a little top heavy and then we went down like this, right? So, woo! Okay, here we go. Let me just scan it real quick. Let's go. Because it's not done. Poetry ain't never done. All right, as we just seen, I just typed up 2 to 3 pieces, little pieces that I had from 2 years ago. And we in 2021. One was 2019, right? So, in the top I'm talking, never really, I gotta run through it really fast so I can process in my head, pretend y'all not here. That's what I gotta do real quick, okay? So, never really gave, nor was given these moments where I could sit and think consciously with no filters. We in a pandemic full of lights of gloves and hugs of shame. Mask on, mask up, yeah. This part right here, let me tell y'all this. Quick story. All right. 2 quick stories. Number 1, because I know I cut the video off in the beginning. I didn't go back and say what I was going to say. But I have a performance tomorrow. Make sure y'all come out. Okay, put it in the sink, okay? All right, thank you. So, I have a performance tomorrow, and I want everybody to come out to the 13th annual Folk and Urban Art Festival at Hannibal Square Heritage Center. It's virtual and it's in person. Local artists, cultural and edutainment, and many the mule art hop for kids. So it's gonna be like a lot of like me, I'm Trinidadian and I'm Jamaican and Chinese. So a lot of our culture, we do like festivals. So it's like a festival basically that you want to come on down. It's here in Orlando. It's related with it has association with Creole, the School of Art, and that is a school that I was blessed by Allah's grace to go there for some time, like a little camp that I went back in the day, which heightens the fact that I love art. While my baby's an artist, I do art vocally, I do art spiritually, I do art so many different ways. I do art, but I was invited by Barbara Chandler, who I met from Eatonville event, the panel discussion that we had last month for Women's History Month. that I was blessed to be a part of. Make sure you go back and watch that. That's on Facebook. But what I was trying to say, get it out, Justine, get it out, Justine, get it out. Okay, so I was asked to recite some poetry. So I just thank Allah for doing this, because it's not that I thought that I couldn't do it. It's just that it's interesting to me how the process that Allah has me doing this consciously and subconsciously, and I'm seeing where He's taking me, and it's just really, really beautiful. So I just want to say that. And Amazing Artistics will be out there, so my baby will be out there selling her art. I support her. She's 10 years old. She's in the 4th grade, and she's doing virtual school, so she's finding different ways, she has found different ways by Allah's grace, to grace you all with her who she is, she's learning who she is as a person. She's learning her history, because if you don't know where you come from, you would never know where you're going. So we doing some deep history diving, so we can touch bases and touch the roots of where we come from, and the roots of who we are, and the roots of where we're going. So I just wanted to say that. And the other thing I wanted to say is, I got so much to say, y'all. A fun fact: when I run through the poems like that really fast, y'all gonna start getting introduced. But I learned a couple years ago that, because I'm always been into poetry, right? But I didn't know that rap meant rhythm and poetry. Mind blower. I know, game changer. It was like, oh shit, that's why you like to rap, Justine. It ain't, and at first I thought I was rapping because I was just trying to be funny and make just little different things, and then I was like, nah, this is for real. Like, I really enjoy speaking. I really enjoy wordplay. I really enjoy my vocals. Like, I really love what Allah has given and allowed me to be a part of. So when I run through the raps, when I run through the poems like this, it helps me to hear the rap, obviously, but also to auto-correct what I'm processing, and then also autocorrect on computer, right? So that my poem doesn't go into autopilot and my mind doesn't go into autopilot. And that's your little motivation tidbit too as well. I'm going to say it real quick. But then your motivation tidbit that I learned scientifically is that if you do not allow your mind to be on auto-suggestion with positive thoughts and positive self-talk, strengthening your mindset, then you will have 5 seconds to go into autopilot, and you will be controlled by your thoughts, controlled by your mind. And it's not to say like, oh my God, you're gonna be controlled for the rest of your life. It's just to say that if you don't acknowledge it in that moment, you could just be walking around on autopilot and not even realize it until somebody makes you realize it, or until you realize it yourself, and you be like, okay, snap out of it. Auto suggestion. Let me go do this. Let me go put on my manifestation music. Let me go put on my meditation music. Let me go outside and do some yoga. Like, you got to do that. Suggest things for yourself before your body try to play a trick on you. And so, like, I also learned that 95% of I'm just gonna leave that alone, because I don't even know why I went into that. I've been doing a lot of learning, okay, but I'm just gonna realize that for the purpose of this video, it's about poetry. We ain't even gonna get into that science or what I learned, so we're gonna leave that like that. Never really was given these moments where I could sit and think consciously with no filters. We in a pandemic full of likes of gloves and hugs of shames, mask and mask up. You barely wanted to strap up. Now your life is all messed up, well beyond the measures that validate your existence, speaking generally, never egotistically. They keep asking me to speak less talk, more actions. My thoughts germinate and I'm nursing my forecast. Watering my body and feeding my mind. Application of God's Son is prescribed for my soul. It's the consensus of insensitive feelings, processed thoughts, locked hearts for sharing your views publicly with the world. Universal experience, shared views, external struggles, creative hustles, a love so sweet, a rage so deep, to fulfill all your desires and your every need. A hate so wrong, a rage so strong, addictive personality, consistent as fuck. Quick thinking, fast acting, we ain't never giving up. So I did that to help me enclose what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling, so that I can see it and let it process, right? So who knows, this may be tomorrow's poem. Who knows? We're gonna see. You only know if you tune in virtually or in person. So I'll see y'all at the art festival. Love, peace, light, morals, and respect. Ramadan Mubarak. I hope everybody has a peaceful and blessed day. I didn't get a chance to record in the sun, but it's all right. Y'all got the logistics of it. All right. We getting back into it, y'all. We here.